What's up, YouTube? We got a group battle here with Daniel Palacios. So yeah, basically he was challenging me as I was the last Elite Four in this group, and yeah, I kinda won, just so it's spoiled already. But yeah, anyways, so he is going to lead off with Slacking after I lead off with Aerodactyl. So you see my Aerodactyl growl and it's all happy, and then he's gonna lead off with Slacking, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. It's very strange, but we'll roll with it. So I am going to go for these Stealth Rocks, just to set up the Stealth Rocks to break any focus sashes he might have and go ahead and ruin any potential fire types or something like that from dealing too much damage. And he's gonna body slam me, and unfortunately does get the Parahacks, which, you know, kinda sucks, but oh well. So he's gonna switch out into his Lucario. I was going for, I believe, the Stone Edge, just to be safe in case he switched into something else. But I get Parahaxed here and can't do a thing. So yeah, that's a bummer. And then this Lucario is gonna go for Crunch, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll survive, but I don't. So that's kind of a bummer right there. Anyway, so I'm gonna throw in my Lucario, which is I want to be the guy. Of course, you know this Lucario. And he is slowly going to be the guy, eventually. Anyways, so I go with an Aura Sphere, which is going to be awesome, basically. Yeah, just pretty much one-hit KO. Even if he had the Focus Sash, it was ruined by the chance, by the Stealth Rock, so there's that. And then he's going to put in Torkoal, and I'm like, well, this works out for me, because he's probably not expecting this next move that is coming, so I go for the Water Pulse just to do some pretty good damage to him. It is transferred over from 4th gen, so that's how it knows Water Pulse. So yeah, and he's gonna go for the Lava Plume, an obvious fire attack. But I believe even if I don't survive, I survive with the Focus Sash, which I do survive. Don't have to worry about the Focus Sash activating, so that's nice. That's very, very nice, actually. So right here, we're just going to go with an Aura Sphere, which is going to pretty much easily KO him with that low of HP. I thought about going for the Water Pulse, but I decided against it in case he switched into something else. So he's going to put in Swellow, and I'm like, oh, bummer here. So the Swellow's just going to Brave Bird everything right now. Well, not right now, but it is going to Brave Bird. Well, I mean, it is right now, but it's not going to Brave Bird everything in the entire match. Which is a bummer. Come on. You know when you got Brave Bird, you just got Brave Bird everything. And of course, he's running the typical Gut Swallow, so I'm like, oh, I can put in Metagross to just kind of stop his advance. And yeah, basically do some pretty good damage even on when he switches into something else. The U-turn's going to do a little bit more than it would have due to the Guts boost, but you know what, that's not a big deal. He is going to switch into Heracross, however, which is going to allow him to get up a Toxic Orb boost, which is kind of a bummer. I thought about going for Zen Headbutt just because, but I thought maybe he wouldn't switch out, so I went for the Rock Slide, which is going to do at least a decent amount of damage, but the Toxic Orb's going to kick in effect for this Heracross. And then he's going to go for the Close Combat, which with the Guts boost is actually going to be enough to KO this Metagross, unfortunately. Which is kind of a bummer, but it's okay. I'll get him back for taking down Iron. So yeah, Iron falls, which is sad, very, very sad. Fortunately for me, he is poisoned, so that's going to be his downfall. So I'm going to switch into Virus, knowing even if he attempts to switch out, I can still do pretty good damage to anything that switches in on me. I just go for the Psychic. I'm like, yeah, let's just go for the Psychic, because no matter what he switches in, I can still do pretty heavy damage to it. And yeah, that's going to be enough to KO the Heracross, which is nice to see. And he is going to switch into his Slacking, and I'm like, oh, why Slacking? This does not make sense. Anyways, I'm going to switch out Virus because I want to use him later. So, and I'm gonna put in my Suicune knowing I can live that body slam. Pretty nicely anyways. I can live the body slam. And yeah, he does go for the body slam. Unfortunately, I live it pretty nicely, although I do take a little bit more damage than I had anticipated. But I know I can live another. So I'm in somewhat of a safe location. With the Truant up, I'm going to go ahead and set up my Aqua Wing so I can go ahead and be getting some more health while we're there. Yeah, and then of course there's this nice long recovery end of turn kind of thing. Which actually Suicune's the one that made the battle go a little bit longer on recording than it actually could have. So he's going to go for that body slam again. I know I can easily live off a body slam unless it was a crit, but it wasn't. I'm just going to put up a Calm Mind, which is going to be very nice for me. Yeah, like I said, the recovery end of turn is just going to take a while. Especially with me setting up stats, there's just like all this big nothingness to do. Talk about nothing at all. So yeah, Slacking would be good if he didn't have Truant, but since he does, he's not the best. I'm gonna go for a Hydro Pump just to see relatively how much damage I'm gonna do. It's actually looking pretty good on the damage, so that's quite nice that I'm able to do that much damage, because it means he's in the red zone right now. He is going to go for the body slam, which I was like, okay, why? And I am going to go for a Calm Mind, just predicting maybe he's going to switch out. And even if he wasn't, I know I can KO him on the Truant turn. So yeah, I'm going to recover nicely. 69 hit points, that's funny. You don't see that too often. Anyways, so he's going to withdraw the Slacking, which is okay because it's dead later anyways. And going to put in the Swellow, and I didn't want to mess with the Hydro Pump. So right here, I just go for the Air Slash, and I'm like, maybe it won't KO the Swellow. But I was guessing that the Burn would KO it if this didn't KO the Swellow. But the Swellow does go down to 1 Air Slash, which is nice. Very, very nice. Very good hit right there, Suicune. Anyways, yeah. He's gonna just throw in Slacking, I guess, to take down Suicune. Which is going to be an easy KO. It would have been an easy KO for me had I gone first, but he's gonna KO Slacking, or not Slacking, Suicune, unfortunately. So many S names, so many. Anyways, I'm gonna put in Crawdaunt, believing I can at least be a little bit faster than the Slacking. And I think I get up the D-Dance, and I actually wasn't faster, so this D-Dance helps quite a bit, actually. As the D-Dance is going to make me be faster and raise my attack, and I'm just going to go for a Night Slash here. Not sure why I didn't go for an Aerial Ace, but I didn't. So yeah, that's going to take down the Slacking, and then he's going to switch in his Sceptile, which is basically going to go for an Energy Ball, which won't do all that much damage. Well, actually, I mean, it does do quite a considerable amount of damage, but that's because Crawdaunt doesn't have many defensives. So it does activate the Focus Sash, and I just basically go ahead and Aerial Ace him down to death. So yeah, that's going to be the game. So he has to start the Elite Four challenge all over again from the very beginning. So yeah, here's a little bit of comic relief for you, coming up in 3, 2, 1, boom. Ha ha ha. Oh, so funny. Anyways, yeah, so this is not really meant to make Daniel feel bad. It's meant to say, go check out my game over video because it's awesome. It has dubstep playing. You know, we all like dubstep, don't we? So you can hear some dubstep while you look to a bunch of video game over screens like this one from Mario Brothers, and you can have yourself a nice good old laugh at all the game over screens that I could find. So yeah, that's about gonna be all for this episode, so we'll just update you on a few things. I actually got 2 random Wi-Fi battles going up after this battle. One of them is just a hilarious fail on a trainer's part, and the other one is somewhat another fail on the other trainer's fault. But that's gonna be all. Comment, like, subscribe, fave, you know the deal. Anyways, I'm gonna see you, and as it's nighttime, have a nice night, and goodbye.